Hey, what's good, y'all? We're the Snotty Nose Rez Kids, currently based out of Vancouver, but we come from Kitimat Village, Haisla Nation.
So, you guys have some new stuff happening. So if you just want to tell me what's going
on. We're currently locked in the studio, gearing up for a tour, working on some top secret projects. But the main thing we're working on right now is Red Future. And it's an album that is kind of based loosely around Indigenous futurism. And the concept behind it is for us to survive, we must find our old ways and go back to that, because we're living in like a world that just consumes, and we need to kind of get out of that.
I'ma go dummy. We about to vacate out of the country. I can get used to the laundry. Never should have gave you Nietzsche's money.
I can't help but notice that there's no Regina or Saskatchewan dates in general. Just putting that out there if you guys want to think about it.
So we're hitting up smaller markets that we've never done before, and then when Red Future drops, you guys will get your shows. We're gonna hit up everything.
That's good to know. I'm very, very excited about that.
Yeah, we didn't forget about nobody. We're just that's how it goes.
Okay, so back to the questions. Getting to where you guys are now, I guess the path really hasn't been easy to my understanding in terms of dealing with like racism. You guys have mentioned in the past the pandemic was really hard on you and other hurdles that you've had to get over. So during this time, was it difficult at all to stay true to yourselves as Indigenous artists?
I wouldn't say so. I'd say it made it more crucial. It made it more crucial for us to be true to ourselves. Really dig down and figure out what's going on. And we've been through it all. We've seen the world like 2 times over. Like I always say, we've been to hell and back, and it creates strength in us.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes us realize how much we need each other, and without all those trials and tribulations that we've gone through, we might not be at where we're at right now. So we're thankful, and we take everything with a grain of salt, and we're just blessed to live the lives that we're able to live and have lived.
Yeah. And we knew, like, as long as we stay true to ourselves and we just keep putting in the work, like, it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
And we've been, feels like, grinding nonstop, trying to work on this album all year, and long days, long nights, late nights, early mornings, just keep going and going and going, you know what I mean? And we're very excited for next year, because all the work that we're putting in now is prepping us for what's to come next year.
What does it feel like to be so celebrated as Indigenous artists?
It's been quite the journey to get here. We were saying earlier, like, we weren't fully appreciated, let alone respected in the beginning. Like, everything's earned for us. Like, nothing is given. And especially when it comes to respect, you know what I mean? And yeah, just like we said, all we've done was just been us and like tell our story. We're just 2 young kids from small town northern BC. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, when people say they're from a small town, they think like small cities, but no, we're from a small town, like from the sticks. And to be able to have the opportunities that we've had from the result of our work ethic and belief in one another, like, I wouldn't say so far as like it's a surprise to us, but it's definitely something that we don't take for granted, because like we worked our ass off to get here.
We did it without a deal, but we're here now, baby. I'm native, dude. Like, I have to work 3 times harder to get just as far as you got in a year. And and it kind of like we're kind of blessed in that sense too, because a lot of people that rise quick fall fast.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it gave us time to develop character and for us to be able to understand the industry. We never got into no quick deals. We took our time with finding our management. And yeah, the slow grind has been kind of like a blessing for us.
Yeah.
But
that led us to building a foundation.
yeah, exactly.
Why do you think it's important to make Indigenous influenced hip hop?
That's just who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like our whole career has just been a journey of finding ourselves. You know what I mean? It's been finding ourselves. The music within itself is healing to us. It helped us get over like a lot of traumas that we've had growing up, especially when it comes to like losing close family members. Like it's been therapeutic for us, you know, and we knew like for every record that we made, I'm like, okay, like if this makes us like genuinely happy or like excited, we knew like with like the grace of the creator, like just it would impact some kid that's going through the same thing that we went through and that we're talking about, and it's going to help them heal and be proud of themselves, and not just proud of themselves, but like to love themselves, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us weren't taught that growing up because of colonialism, you know what I mean? So it's been a journey, man. That's all I can really sum it up as.
Yeah, and like you know, like you were saying, like for us, we always had a positive outlook on life, and it has a lot to do with our upbringing and the community that raised us, our parents. We grew up really close with one another, so we had someone to lean on at all times through the hard times of doing this whole thing. But what we wanted to make an impact and make an impact on whoever's listening to our music, because like when we finally came into the hip hop scene, that's when we found out that there was other Native rappers out there. But we wanted to make music that no one's heard before and no one's tuned into before, because it's never been done before. And like what we do is like we just stay true to ourselves first and foremost. But if we ever have to talk about anything negative or anything serious or anything dark, we always finish with a positive, because that's just how we were raised. You know, we're always taught to like look at the bright side of things.
We heard a quote early on in our career. We went to like our first Juno Fest back in like 2019, and it was Maestro Fresh West who said, "Don't make records, make history."
War Club is a battle cry for social and political change. With that, I'd like to introduce DJ Shub and Snotty Nose Rez Kids.
My father was raised in the era when they tried to save the man and kill the Indian. No residential credential, my pride on a million. I need me some cedar, some sweetgrass, some sage and tobacco. I need me some medicine. My spiritual guides never lie. All my loved ones in the sky.
What we want to do is make an impact for generations to come. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what award we win in the future, like the biggest award for us will be the next generation or two down the line to say, you know, I was raised on Snotty Nose Rez Kids.
I love hip hop. I love seeing our people making such big waves, not only in Canada, but, you know, going to the US and internationally. And like, as a First Nations person, it's like really fun to hear like things that I can relate to in terms of like culture and humor and like the issues that we have to go through as Indigenous people. So I know you guys are super busy. I know you guys have an upcoming tour and you're in the studio right now. So I just want to thank you so much for taking this opportunity to talk to me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.